Good day to all of you. Today we have assembled to celebrate the happy birthday of Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj ji, popularly called Raja Maharaj. So he was the first president of the Ramakrishna Math Mission. So he was born in 1863, the same year as Swamiji was born. So their year of birth is same as same year of birth. So I will now request you to join the evening prayer of the Ramakrishna order. Please wait for Maharaj ji to start. We have just ended the vesper services, the Arati, with the end of the evening prayer. Now we will wait for Maharajji's lecture on the life and teachings of Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj, Raja Maharajji, Rakhal Maharajji. So over to Udaaranandaji Maharaj.
Thank you very much for assembling at such a short notice. Today, few hours before only we gave the notice. So, thank you very much for joining. I will start with the prayer. स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवी रामकृष्ण जगद्गुरु पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चे सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे कालेन्दे फल्लकमले माधवेन कृतारता ब्रह्मानंद नमस्तोभं सद्गुरु लोकनायकम्। Today is Tithi Ouja of Raja Maharaj, or as his name was Rakhal. He was Rakhal boy, the shepherd boy. He was born on 21st January 1863. He was and from very beginning, Raja Maharaj, as he was called, was very close to Rakhal. His name was pre-monastic name was Rakhal Chandra Chakravarti. He was born in a village called Shikrakulin Gram, which is near Barasat, and he was born to a very affluent family, aristocratic family. His father's name was Ananda Mohan Ghosh. He was a Jamindar. You can imagine how rich they were is that when he wanted his son to go to school, he built a school for his son in the village itself. In that village itself, he made a school so that his son could study. So he was born in a very aristocratic family. He was very rich, and we see that the tendency of that remains in his life, because later on we will see how Sri Ramakrishna erased those things out of his life. So one day, we are now coming down to Sri Ramakrishna. One day Sri Ramakrishna had a vision of the Divine Mother saying that you will have a son. Sri Ramakrishna was shocked. Oh mother, what are you telling? How can I have a son? I know that the life that I am leading, an ascetic life, I am a monk, how can I have? Then the Divine Mother assured it will not be a biological son, it will be a Manas Putra, it will be a spiritual son of yours. So, and she blessed him and said that this boy will come into your life as a spiritual son. And later on, Sri Ramakrishna recognized Raja Maharaj when he came as Rakhal Chandra as the spiritual son of, as his own spiritual son, and he was very happy to see him. You see, Rakhal, if we see his character, he was from very beginning a very devout children, or a devout boy, and always very calm and quiet. He was very close to Swamiji, but he was, in nature, they were all very different. Swamiji was like a sun, and the nature of Swami Brahmananda was like that of a moon, very calm and quiet, very mild. He will never get angry, never shout. But at the same time, whatever was necessary, he will do. Because as a president of the Ramakrishna Order and as a guru, we see that he was very strict while he wanted his disciple or members of monastic order to do well. But he never believed in punishment. Like, though he was the first president, never he scolded. But he believed in transforming the life of his disciple as well as the members of the monastic order. So now we see that he was born in a village called Shikrakulin Gram to a very rich man called whose name was Ananda Mohan Ghosh. And now that center Shikrakulin Gram is a branch of Ramakrishna Math Mission. Today there was a lot of celebration, there was private rallies, and these children's, they passed a rally and so many things happened there too. Yes, Swami Vivekananda, Brahmanandaji was born in the same year as Swami Vivekananda. That is what I am saying. In 1863, and from very beginning, they were also a member of a wrestling club. Swami Vivekananda and Raja Maharaj Brahmanandaji, they were member of a wrestling club where they did fight. Wrestling, as you know, is very popular in India. I don't other countries it is not like that, but it is. But they were very stout and very much they believe. And secondly, they were both members of Brahmo Samaj. Brahmo Samaj believed in formless God and they were revolution in religion. They opposed everything that was Hinduism. They wanted that the formless God they worship, and then they did not believe in the rituals or the follow of ideals and other things. In fact, when Raja Maharaj Brahmanandaji was showing interest in idol worship and other things, Swami Vivekananda very vehemently protested and said, "You should stop. This is not our ideal." And when Sri Ramakrishna heard this, he was very, very angry. He was, "Why you are opposing Raja Maharaj and why you are putting this your will into upon others?" And Swamiji from then on never said anything to Raja Maharaj. But Raja Maharaj, if you see the nature of Raja Maharaj, when Swamiji is to say something like that, he will never react. He will simply started avoiding Swami Vivekananda. Instead of saying anything to Swamiji, he started avoiding. He was so mild and so mild nature he could never fight or argue with anybody. But Sri Ramakrishna came to his rescue and scolded Swamiji. But later on, we see Swamiji also became an ardent worshipper and he went to Mother Kali's temple. This is all because of training of Sri Ramakrishna, how he transforms and changes the life and brings in positivity into the life of his disciple. Each disciple we see he is trained in a different way. You know, Raja Maharaj, since he came from a very affluent family, he would ask him to massage his feet. And Swami Brahmanandaji, Rakhal Maharaj did not like this job at all. He did not like to do such a menial job of massaging his feet. But it was through this type of services that Sri Ramakrishna passed on his spirituality to his disciples. But sometimes Raja Maharaj did not feel like that. And he said, "I am massaging your feet and I am not getting any vision or anything like that. I am not getting any benefit out of it." So one day, while he was massaging the feet, he saw a little girl come out of the body of Sri Ramakrishna. It took a circle and disappeared again into the body of Sri Ramakrishna. That was the first vision by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna that Rakhal had of the Divine Mother. And secondly, next time he goes to the temple, in the hall of the Dakshineshwar Kali temple, he was meditating. Then he saw an effulgent light coming out of the Mother Kali and it surrounded the whole area of the temple. He became so fearful that he quickly ran out of the place. Then Sri Ramakrishna laughingly said, "You said you wanted a vision, but you see, when the vision came, you ran away. You could not face it." So this is very slowly and steadily Sri Ramakrishna used to teach his disciples about spirituality. Because each disciple was different in his own way, different and unique. There was no similarities between each. So when it came to Swami Vivekananda, he dealt him in one way, and it was when Raja Maharaj, he dealt him in another way. Now we see how Raja Maharaj came into spirit to Sri Ramakrishna. When from very beginning, since his boyhood, he was totally absorbed in divine. When he was totally worshipping God, and he did not have any other mind to do anything else. Seeing that during those times, the only alternative to change such a mind was to get them married. And then they found a girl who was sister of Manomohan Mitra, who happened to be a very close disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. You see how destiny works. He got married to a sister who was only 6-year-old and he was 18, to a sister of Manomohan Mitra who was disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Then one day Sri Ramakrishna, Manomohan Mitra decided that he should take his new son-in-law to Sri Ramakrishna so that he can get acquainted with Sri Ramakrishna. And from there on, that relationship started. And Sri Ramakrishna immediately recognized this boy is going to be his spiritual son. So since Brahmanandaji started coming, Rakhal Maharaj started coming every day to Sri Ramakrishna, his father was very worried. Then one day his father came. So Sri Ramakrishna said, "You please go down to your father and let me do the talking and let me talk to your father." Then he told his father that he is a very devout boy, very good, and this. His father also saw that many influential persons are coming to Sri Ramakrishna, and maybe it will do him some good if they get acquainted. So he left it like that. But that he did not realize that he is leaving his son forever, because Raja Maharaj never came back from Sri Ramakrishna away at all. He left his home and had everything for the sake of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna saw great power in him, and that is why he said that he can rule a kingdom, and that is why he started addressing him as Raja Maharaj, Raja King. And Swami Vivekananda also, believing in it, what Sri Ramakrishna said, agreed and said, yes, he is Raja, indeed, he is the king. He is our king, he is our king, and started addressing him as Raja Maharaj. And Rakhal means a cowherd boy. So he had also another name known as Rakhal Raja. He was a king of the cowherd boys. He was Rakhal. Rakhal means cowherd boy, and he was a companion of Krishna. And then he became Rakhal Raja because he could rule a kingdom, and the Raja was name given to him by Ramakrishna, because Ramakrishna felt that he had the capability of ruling an entire kingdom, a big kingdom. He had the great power. But sometimes Sri Ramakrishna felt that this boy is so naive, so innocent, so calm and quiet. What will he do? And sometimes he used to worry, what will Raja do after my death? Because who will look after him? But it so seems that the name given by Sri Ramakrishna, Raja, he truly fulfilled it by becoming the president, the first president of the Ramakrishna Order, a duty which he performed very diligently and very carefully and very successfully. So he was the first king of Ramakrishna Order, being the president appointed by Swami Vivekananda. So this quality is proven by his becoming Raja, by becoming president. Now coming to relationship with Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, when he came back from the West, all the money and the pranamis and whatever things that he gathered, the collection that he had, he gave it to Raja Maharaj because he wanted to build a temple for Sri Ramakrishna. So Raja Maharaj very readily agreed and kept the money, and he wanted to that under his supervision the vision will took place, and Swami Vidyananandji was given the task to build the temple. So as they were doing, they found that since this temple is located near Ganges, for will not filter. It has collected, it went and it went to in building that embankment. So Swamiji, when he asked what is the progress of the temple, so Raja Maharaj very clearly said that all the money has already been spent because we had to build the embankment. And Swami Vivekananda became very angry. You know how hard I tried to make money, how difficult it is after giving lots and lots of lecture. Troubling, I got this money and this is how you spend, and he scolded left and right. He was so furious. He was so furious that Vigyananji simply ran away. And even Raja Maharaj started crying very strongly. He was started crying profusely. And then left to and ran away also from the place and went to his room. And Swamiji in turn ran back after him and said, please forgive me. You are the spiritual son of Sri Ramakrishna. Guru's son is like Guru himself. You are like my Guru. How much respect he gave to Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmanandaji. He says, Guru's son, you are considered as spiritual son of Guru. So Guru's son is Guru himself, and I have scolded. Please forgive me. And they both started crying. And slowly, and then, okay, the problem was solved. This is how Swami Vivekananda revered Rakhal Maharaj. So then we see in one place he says that, I will just read it out. He says that only Rakhal, he had so much belief that only Raja will stand by me. All others may leave me, but Raja will never leave me from anything. That was Swami Vivekananda had so much faith that Raja will always be by my side. So this is what we see, that the faith that Raja Maharaj had. Now, and then you see, since he was the president of the Ramakrishna Order, so naturally there is a board of trustee and they had meeting. So Swami Brahmanandaji was so much engrossed in spirituality and his mind was so high that he will never he could attend the board meeting, and trustees were very disappointed that why Maharaj you are not attending. And sometimes when they will bring this sign after that resolutions were taken, the resolution is to be signed by the president of the order. When those resolutions came to Swami Brahmanandaji, he could not sign them. He will say, no, I cannot sign. Then one day, the trustee who brought it said that, no, Maharaj, you have to tell why you are not able to sign this resolution. You should tell. Because I have to come again and again, you give me a reason. Then he said, if I tell you, you will not believe. Well, no, Maharaj, please tell me what is the reason. You see, I cannot remember my name. You may not believe it, but it is like that. When you are always in trance, in samadhi, when you are always in a high state of mind, you do not remember your day-to-day activities. That is what, and even he forgot his name. Such was the trance that he had, samadhi, always in that pain he existed. He never came down. That is why he could not attend trusting meetings or do something mundane things. But that doesn't mean that he was not taking care of his disciple. He was very, very careful of how the disciples were behaving. The one who got initiated, the members of the Ramakrishna Order, and all others also, he would take with great diligence, he will take care. And he did not believe in punishing anybody. You see, there is a story like in once the Kashi Shaiva Ashram, the news came that Kashi Shaiva Ashram and that Advaita Ashram in Kashi, these two centers, that Swamis are fighting with each other. So, hearing that, he said, don't tell anybody anything, I am coming and I will solve the problem. So, when they heard that Swami Raja Maharaj was coming, so they were all very afraid, what will happen now? We will be given a show cause notice, we will be punished, we may go out of the center, so many things they were thinking. Those, the members of Kashi Seva and Advaita Ashrama in Kashi Varanasi. So while they were thinking like that, Raja Maharaj arrived and he did not scold anybody. Instead of scolding or asking questions, who was doing the mischief, why these things were going on, he simply said, come in the morning when I am meditating and come in the evening when I am meditating. So, when they all started coming, the whole atmosphere of the ashrama changed. They became so engrossed in ashrama that they did not feel like doing anything else, always in the meditation. Such was the power of Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj, that he transformed the life of all the members without uttering a single word. He did not chide them, did not scold them, did not say anything. Rather, simply showed the way that by meditation, why do we become so egoistic, we fight, we complain? Very difficult. We think the life is easy, but we make it so difficult, unnecessarily we complicate things because of our bloated egos. So, Swami Brahmanandaji shows the way. If you meditate. If you meditate, and he also says that all this yoga and spiritual, this is not for ordinary people. All these things that we will do, pranayama, this and that. He was totally against it. If you go for pranayama and things like that of Raja Yoga, you are not capable. Because to do Raja Yoga and do things like that, you should be very, very pure. With the impure mind, you cannot do. Whereas if you follow the path of devotion and meditate on the Divine Lord, it is much easier and it will have the same effect, rather the effect will be stronger and more immediate. So this is by his life he teaches. But then very interesting thing also happened. That doesn't mean that he was too serious. In Kashi Seva Ashrama and in places like Kankal and all North Indian places, we have this Bhandara, Sadhu Bhandara, where all Sadhu monks are invited and they are fed sumptuously and given some money, things and things like that. So once he was doing like this, there was a Bhandara. But since Raja Maharaj was present and he was standing there and he was doing meditation and other things, the other monks did not feel that they should go and attend the Bhandara. So the head of the center came to Raja Maharaj, you see that we got this invitation and it is very customary and necessary that to maintain a relationship that other Akhadas they have invited us, we should go. But all monks are not willing to go. They said they want to do meditation with you. So please help me what to do. Then Raja Maharaj said, call everybody. So everybody, all the monastic members came and they thought Raja Maharaj is going to give me some another lessons of meditation. But he said, all of you stand in one line and in attention position, and then they stood in attention position. Then they said, turn around and move towards the gate and go to the Bhandara, eat there and enjoy. You see, he was very serious also, and at the same time he was very, he could do joke also, and he made fun of the situation also. He allowed everybody to go to Bhandara and attend and had a good feast and enjoy this also. If not strict doesn't mean that he will say all the time meditate. You see, one very interesting thing happened. Akhandananji came to Belur Math and he wanted to go back because Akhandananji was very much attached to his center founded by him, Sargachi. He said that I want to go. So earlier there was a palanquin where 4 people will carry you in a small seat, and you will sit over there, and 4 people will carry you. It is called palanquin in India. It was very much in use in early ages, in those times. So when the palanquin bearer came and they said that he has to be taken to the certain horse carriage and some other place, he said something in their ear, and Akhandananji went and sat inside, and whole night they were saying humna humna, that as the palanquin man said. And when Akhandananji came out of the place, he found that they were only standing and moving around Belur and shouting Huna Huna, and he did not leave Belur at all. He was very much in Belur. But then whom to complain? Radha Maharaj, he cannot say anything, and then Radha Maharaj started laughing. Oh, I just wanted to play, I played a time because I wanted that you should stay one day more with me. So these are the interesting thing that we see into their lives. Now, because we have this shortage of time and other thing, I will say something very. What are the main contribution of Raja Maharaj? Being a president, he consolidated the first, because the organization began with him and he was the first president. The consolidation and expansion, everything was the owner's responsibility was on him and Swami Shardananda, who was the general secretary. And they did a wonderful job, because now in 125 years have passed, we still have the Ramakrishna Order and centers all over the world. That is the major contribution. Second, he started Ramnam Sankirtan in Ramakrishna Order. He started Ramnam Sankirtan, which became very, very popular in all over India. Now we play the Ramnam Sankirtan, the glory of Sri Ramachandra, that is played all over. That is his second. And then he also started a center in Bhubaneswar for meditation and spiritual life, for leading exclusive spiritual life. He started a center in Bhubaneswar. So these are few. We can go into details of Raja Maharaj, but these are the few. In short, I told you about this. And now I will read one or two teachings of Raja Maharaj, and then we will close. So, but one more incident I will just tell. Just it is coming to my mind, so I will just share. One Marwadi is one denomination who originated from a place called Rajasthan in India. He was very much, suddenly he got a vision that he saw a man and he wanted some spiritual inspiration he got, and he came to visit Raja Maharaj, because they were told that Raja Maharaj is a spiritual giant. If you come to take shelter, he will guide you. So he came to see Raja Maharaj. But what he saw when he came to Raja Maharaj, he was fishing. Raja Maharaj was very much interested in fishing from very young age. Though he will not eat the fish, just his idea is with the fishing rod, he will sit near and then he will fish and again release the fish. Again catch the fish, release the fish. He will not kill it. But that was his hobby. Many people have a different kind of hobby. That was his hobby. So when he saw that, he said, what kind of person is this? He's fishing, a Swami, a monk in ochre cloth is fishing. He left the place. But again there was a irresistible urge. Next time he came, he saw a very fat man in ochre cloth sitting and smoking habal babal. Habal babal is smoking in this room, and he was totally in a divine state and was smoking, and he's wearing a very silky cloth, very expensive cloth. Then he said, what is this? He smokes habal babal and he goes to fish. I don't want to be associated with a monk like this. Second time he left. Third time he came again. And third time, this time Raja Maharaj was with his disciples talking about spirituality. So he came and introduced and he touched the feet of Raja Maharaj and said, I have come for this thing. And Raja Maharaj touched his chest and head. Moment he touched his chest and head, the whole thing changes into his life. And then you know what he said? If I had gone away seeing his earlier two visions, earlier two things, I would have made a biggest blunder in my life, biggest blunder ever in my life. I'm very, very grateful that I came back. So these are all spiritual giants. It is very difficult to judge and summarize his life in 15 minutes or 20 minutes in a Google Meet show or in this. But we have to learn. What we have to do is read their life, learn from their lessons, what they have taught, and practice this day and night in our life. Unless we practice, all this is of no use. Unless we practice what they have preached, like, change is not coming, change is not coming, change is not coming. It is like going to a doctor and telling, doctor, I am not getting cure. Doctor will ask, I gave you a prescription. Did you buy? No, I did not purchase the medicine. So you have not eaten? No, sir, I have not eaten. Then why do you expect that you will get cure? If you have the prescription, you should take the medicine, follow the rules, diet regimentation I gave, and the other rules that I have given. Then only you will get cure. Otherwise, how will you get cure? We all say, I want this, I want that, but we don't want to work hard. We want that some instant magic will come and instantly I will get whatever I seek. That never happens. You have to work hard. Why we don't want to work hard, it is a mystery to me. But most of them really do not want to work hard. They want that some magic will come and whatever I want, it will happen. That really never happens. And we suffer for the only one reason. All this my years of experience as a monk, I am also telling, I am not reading that in a book, but I am telling all our suffering is mainly and only because of our bloated ego. Which is not required, which is not necessary, but I do not know why we cannot get rid of that. We always think I am the greatest, and people also should think that I am the greatest. What an irony! What for you should be taken as a greatest, and what qualities do you have to be greatest? That they don't want to see, but they think I should be respected, love and respect, and I also deserve love. How can you demand love and respect unless you deserve it? Once you deserve it, you will get it. So, ego is a major obstacle in spiritual life. If we do not get rid of ego, all these classes, repetition, why do we celebrate the Tithi Puja? We celebrate this Tithi Puja, we remember these great souls who came into this earth in physical life. This is not mere theory of imagination. They came into this life, they led a life, and they left an example for us to follow. If we don't do that, who is more miserable than we are? We are miserable, and of course we cannot, nobody will show us mercy, and then we say this life is full of hell, this life is full of suffering. There is no dukkha, nothing called dukkha. You implant that in your life by doing things what you should not do. If you do those things, you will suffer. So anyway, without much ado, I will just read one of these teachings of Swami Brahmanandaji, teachings of Swami Brahmananda. You know what he says: practice a little japa and meditation every day. Never stop for a single day. The mind is like a restless child. It wants to run away. You must bring it back again and again and apply it to the meditation on the Lord. Go on this way for 2 or 3 years, and then expressible joy will fill your mind. Meditation and japa every day may be dry in the beginning, but still you must engage the mind in the contemplation of the chosen deity, like swallowing a bitter medicine. Slowly, spiritual joy will grow in you. People work so hard to pass an examination. To realize God is even easier than that. Only let them call Him on day and night with calm and a cheerful heart. How easy is that? You see, to get a job, how much hard we are working to cover up the syllabus. When we are in school, when we are in university, when we are in college, how much hard work we do. But after that, we don't want to do everything we want that instantly should come to us spontaneously. No, he says slowly do every day. You practice something, some spirituality you practice every day, and joy will fill your life. There will be no sorrow, there will be no depression, there will be nothing. All those negativities will go, and you will lead a joyous life. So, with this word, I close my saying, and I hope against hope that we will all have a blissful spiritual life and a happy life. Whatever years are remaining, we should place it and live it very happily, very, very happily. That is all I pray. So may God bless us all. Om Niranjanam Nityamananta Rupam Bhaktarukampadika Vigraham Vaishavatam Parameshamidam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirsa Namami.
Thank you very much for Maharajji for your such comprehensive and illuminating talk on Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj and his teachings. I hope we will try to imbibe by some of them in a very sincere manner. Before I request our friend Hiranya to kindly give a vote of thanks to our audience who have joined in spite of such a short notice, and Maharajji, we would like to inform you that day after tomorrow is the Tithi Puja of Swami Trigunatitanandaji Maharaj. The timing will be the same, that is 6:30 p.m. Philippine time, 4:00 p.m. India time. Over to Hiranya.
Thank you, Maharaj. It's wonderful to hear Raja Maharaj's life and Raja Maharaj's teachings. And yes, as you said very clearly, we suffer because of our bloated ego. That I was thinking and I was trying to understand that a lot of our suffering is because of our ego. Nevertheless, Maharaj, thank you. and pranam for this wonderful lecture and for organizing this wonderful evening. And it is a really very important evening, and it gives lot of mental peace to all of us. Thank you, Maharaj, and pranam.
Thank you, everybody. And I'll now end the formal part of the program with the request that please try to join day after tomorrow for celebrating the Tithi Puja of Swami Udaaranandaji Maharaj Ji. We still have about 7-8 minutes left, I suppose. So if you want to spend some 5 minutes or so after I end the program, you are most welcome to do. I'll now end the program, and please wait for me to come back.